Alright guys, how you doing? Back again. This time I have my Tomb Banshee all painted up. So I plopped her into that unit so you guys can see how it looks, how tall she is, etc. So here's the unit skeletons. Here's the Tomb Banshee. She's kind of awkwardly positioned. That's just the way the model really is. It's kind of reaching out. It's not really facing forward, but kind of like coming forward, I guess, from the side. So let me see if I can get a better angle here. So that's her right there screaming it up. Alright, so pull that off. Again, both of these are magnetized. My can't really see because it's primed, but magnetized, just like my Cairn Wraith here. As well, that one you can see a little bit better. It's magnetized. This one you might be able to see as well, magnetized better. Yeah, there you go. Magnet in there, green stuff, super glue. Alright, so it's my Tomb Banshee. What I did was a little bit more simple. What I did was I did white on top of the black, and then I did a azure blue wash on top of that, and then just picked out the highest ripples in the cloth and in the skin. Kind of the same way I did my Vargolf, except my albino Vargolf or my regular Vargolf, and then just put the wash on top of the base color I want to paint it, and then the color again that I wanted to paint it in the muscles and or the cloth. So that's her cloth, and she's just kind of a ghostly figure. And what I did was for the corset thing that she's wearing, it was the camo green, and then Devlin Mud, and then the Rotting Flesh on top of that. Basically the same color scheme as my ghouls is what I'm doing for her corset. And then for the hair is the same as I did for the Cairn Wraith here, which was red, and then a ball, I did red, and then I did blazing orange, and then I did a ball red wash on top of that, and then I highlighted it with orange. It's kind of hard to tell because the light's a little bright this time. Her hair is a little bit more orange than it is red. Alright, and then the same is for the bases for the other models as well. Let me see if I can get this down here, maybe turn the blinds down a little bit. See if I can get better color. Unfortunately, like, this camera's not like the best camera. It's not HD or anything cool like that. So getting a good color or getting good lighting is really impossible for this camera. So it's really hard to tell the full extent of these models, unfortunately. So she turned out really good, I think. It's hard to tell. It's pretty basic, this one. I don't have a lot of ghostly figures in my model, like spirit hosts or whatever. So it was kind of hard to you know, decide how I wanted to paint her, since she's going to be like ghostly, and you can see, like, you know, my undead models are actually kind of bright for being undead. So it's a little hard to come up with a color scheme, but you know, I rolled with what I wanted to roll with. So you can kind of see how tall she is as well compared to the models. Take this out actually. So you can kind of see the Cairn Wraith a little taller because he's kind of got a hunch there. And here's a regular skeleton, basic model, probably the same height as a Empire Statesman or whatever you want to call him, Spearman, Halberdier, etc. Then here's the Vampire Countess. So you can kind of see. So she turned out really cool for her points. I think she's going to do some pretty cool stuff. Can't wait to field her in my army, see if she does pretty good. She also causes terror, so that's always good news. Pretty much going to have a bunch of ghoul units. So I mean, everything causes fear pretty much. Everything but the Necromancer, I believe, because he's not technically undead. So. So getting that terror in there is going to help because a lot of armies cause terror or cause fear these days. Kind of hurts the vampire counts in that way. If you fight something that causes fear, pretty much robs you of any advantage you have. Oh man! And the new fear rules as well kind of hurt as well, because you can't really break with the outnumbering kind of rule. Oh well, but you know, gotta learn new tactics or whatever. So pretty much what the best thing to do is these days is the ghoul unit, because the skeletons aren't really good for their points these days. I'm sure the newest Undead Codex or whatever will either cheapen the skeleton units or, you know, up their stats in some kind of way, maybe their initiative, I don't know. But I'm assuming they'll probably cheapen the skeleton unit and probably leave the ghoul unit the same. That way you can build more horde blocks of skeletons is probably what they'll probably do in the end, which would make sense. That way I can field my lovely skeletons. But I don't mind fielding my lovely ghouls. Gotta paint them. That's what's next. Gotta paint more ghouls, and then I'll be able to field this list. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed. This is my Cairn Wraith and my Tomb Banshee.